Things to write about. I never know what to write about. That's a question I hear all the time. And that's why I created Prompt a Day. And I'm going to share prompts with you every single day for my life to show you how easy it is to come up with ideas just based on events that happen in your normal everyday life. Hey, everybody, I'm Ricky Heller from rickyheller.com. I'm a writer, editor, and book coach. And I really want you to keep up with your writing, to smash that writer's block, to get your work done, to get that book finished. I love seeing my writers complete their books and get them out into the world. So I created this prompt a day, and it's going to be a challenge to you where I'm going to ask you to write about this prompt, and I'm going to do the same thing. More on that at the end. So today's prompt is based on a chat I had with a friend that I don't know that well, but we've started talking to each other on Zoom. And we were having this lovely, lovely chat. And for some reason, the topic of age came up. Now, I'm not really shy to share my age. I don't really care. So she asked me how old I was, and I told her. And it was the first time that somebody I mentioned my age to did not say to me, "Oh my God, I thought you were so much younger than that. I thought you were in your 40s." And I'm in my 60s, by the way. And so it was just different because I guess for most of my life up until the last let's say until COVID, I looked younger than I was. Now I think I kind of look my age. So I was just a bit taken aback. And it got me thinking about, age and aging and how that affects us. So you can take this topic and really approach it from several different angles. You could and I think there are three general ways to take any of these prompts and use them. One is going to be a personal narrative or personal story, and that's kind of a small part of a potential memoir. So it's great exercise for you if you're thinking about writing a memoir to write personal narratives and send them out for publication. So you take a little snippet of your life and write about it. That's one way. You could write a magazine article, which is more of an informational piece, or you could spin it into a piece of fiction, write a short story based on this idea. So, aging and what happens to us when we age, and how we perceive ourselves when we age, and how is that different from the way other people perceive us. So, if I were working on a piece of nonfiction, a memoir, you could write about where maybe someone mistook your age, or maybe you lied about your age, or maybe your age was a factor in how you were treated in a particular situation. There's so many ways to go with that. Take that concept and run with it. If you're working on a nonfiction article, it's very timely these days. Ageism is something that we are seeing all around, and certain prejudice against certain age groups. I mean, I think it goes in different directions, but whether you're too old, you're too young, there can be all kinds of different approaches to that, and how that has an impact on our society, how that has an impact on our the world of jobs and people who are seeking employment. So there's a whole article there, something very timely. I would think that would be great to submit to a newspaper. And if you're working on a piece of nonfiction, you can take that and spin that into a story, maybe where age was a factor in a relationship. I recently started watching this show on Netflix called Younger, which I won't say one way or the other, meh, but it's great because I get my steps in while I'm watching TV. So I've been watching it, and it's all about somebody who presents herself as younger than she is. So there's a wonderful piece of fiction in that series, and you could take that concept, either younger, older, and create a short story with it. So I think there's lots of ways to go with this one. Here's the challenge for you. What I'm going to invite you to do is write one of those three approaches, either a piece of personal nonfiction, a magazine article, or a piece of fiction of 1,000 words or less. If it's longer, you can submit just 1,000 words to me. And in my capacity as professional developmental editor, I am going to provide a free developmental edit for one reader who submits one of this week's prompts. And at the end of the month, I will choose a reader at random, and I will provide a full developmental edit, which means I'm going to go sentence by sentence, commentary within the text and in the margins as comments, and an editor's letter or a summary document, which then provides feedback, suggestions, all of it for free. Why am I doing this? I'm a little crazy maybe, but I really want to encourage people to write. And I find what holds people back the most is the sense of insecurity that maybe they're not doing it right. This is a completely stress-free way to get it done, get feedback. Nobody needs to read it except you. And then you can have some professional response to your writing. So if you would like to join in on this, just send it to me at ricky@rickyheller.com. I'm going to put all of the information below so that you can join. And two other things, if you'd like to have a place to do this writing and work together with other writers, every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern, I hold an open Zoom room for writers. It's called Write with Ricky. We all write together on our particular personal projects, and we just write in silence, but we soak up that energy of the room and the other writers, and it's really motivating to get that writing done for an hour. So again, that's going to be down below. And for weekly information about writing stories, so you can see how I weave these stories into my weekly emails, I hope you will subscribe as well. I'm going to post my stories on Substack. So go over there to Ricky, you can search Ricky Heller, or it's called Being Human is the name of my column. And you can see what I've done with these and subscribe so that you receive them every week in your inbox, and we can compare stories in terms of what we did with these prompts. So I hope you'll join in. I hope this was helpful. Let me know what you think. And if you have any prompts that you want to share, also put them in the comments. Would love to see what you have to say on the topic. All right, everybody, have a great next day, and I will see you next time with Prompt a Day.